You guys would not believe it. I found another leak in the Tesla Model 3. Such a dad joke. Sorry. All joking aside, guys, the leak has actually come back. So today, I want to finally cover Tesla service centers in the UK and the build quality. Am I just unlucky, or is the service as a whole bad in the UK? That's what we're going to find out. And I feel really, really let down by Tesla again. And I'm going to be talking about what I'm probably going to be doing after all this. And I'm going to be doing some phone calls with Tesla. Hopefully I'll get through to somebody to voice my complaints on these issues I'm having again. So today we're going to find out for real if it is actually worse. Let's get into this. Guys, smash the like button. Let's try and hit 100 likes, as always. And I know I've said this so many times, I'm racing fast to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. So I know what a lot of you guys are saying. Jordan, this is too far now. This has gone on too far. You're basically like a doormat. Tesla are walking all over you. And if I'm being honest, that is exactly how I feel. That is how I feel at the moment, if I'm being honest. I have given Tesla so many chances. So many chances. I have always been loyal to Tesla. And this is how a number one Tesla fan reacts to the situation. I've been kind of giving them opportunities left, right, and center. But even for me, even for the biggest fan in the world, enough is enough. For me, this is one step too far. I swear to you, the viewers of this channel, the viewers of this video, this is the last chance I'm going to give to Tesla. The last chance. If they do me wrong and they can't do me right on this occasion, I will no longer be called just Tesla. Genuinely, they will lose a superfan. Genuinely. I know this is shocking to hear. It's like when Cleveland lost LeBron James. In fact, it might be a bit bigger than that. This is big news. This is big. This is going to be circulating on Twitter tonight. Elon is going to be pulling his hair out over this. But I am serious. This channel will no longer be called Just Tesla if they do me wrong this time. It's not a threat. It's just how can I keep promoting them if they can't do me right? Probably called Just EVs or something like that. I'll admire Tesla from the sidelines, but I have to be completely objective. That's what I've promised to you guys. I'll be completely objective about my ownership, and unfortunately, they've not done me right. And if that continues, unfortunately, I can't promote them in the way that I have been. It's not a promotion, but it's just the channel name, I guess. But it will be changing if they do me wrong on this occasion. So for those who don't know, let me just catch you up on what I have been through in the last 2 months of ownership. Or they've got 3 months of ownership, under 2,000 miles of ownership. Here's what's happened to me so far with the service centre. Okay, but would they just review the footage just to see if there is an issue, or?
They'd review the footage, but the fact is, whatever happened then is not happening now. So we absolutely cannot we can't find any problem with the car.
Yeah.
I hear you. The only thing we'll be able to do is water test it.
So basically, this is my only thing, that like, if you was able to, find, because I think maybe the issues resolved itself, like maybe there was a bit of seal that sealed itself. If you could explain it to me, like, so just for peace of mind, I would be so happy. Like I'd be happy to take the vehicle, obviously.
I don't know if there is any way of explaining it, because all we can do is test. Yeah. And we tested everything physically, with the water test all the seals. Yeah. We've used the ultrasonic sensors to see if there's any kind of gas or everything still looks fine. Okay. I don't have to prove a negative. If any panel companies, any sealants did, if there was any kind of gas that water was getting into the car, that would still be there.
So,
in the car, we've extensively, constantly had water running on the car. I'll have to speak to my manager and ask him what he wants us to do going forward. The only thing we will be able Okay. But if he's had his, come to the end of that and there's still no water ingress, we just have to give you the car back. No else, go forward with it.
I mean, as you can tell, they're not accepting that there's anything wrong with the car. So I can understand that their tests are not picking up the fault, but that obviously is something wrong with the car, because I went to the car in the morning and there was rain in the vehicle.
We literally put a hose on the car underneath it, so there was constant water. Yeah. We also left it outside during rain and sleet, and there's no water coming in at all. We removed the vehicle headliner for full inspection, and we couldn't see visible signs of water ingress with the headliner removed. We couldn't see, we tested the temperature of all the glass ceiling with optical testing equipment, and with a high pressure airline device, leak detection mixture applied to all glass panel seams, found no indication of any damage to the integrity of the sealant or gaps or holes in the seal or seam. So we can only fix something we can fault. So with extensive water testing and physical testing, we couldn't get it to fault. I don't know whether one of the windows was open slightly when it was coming in.
No, definitely not. It's so the photos I've sent through and the videos I've got are right in the centre of the vehicle. Like, there's no way water could get into that area. It's coming through where the rear wind view mirror is.
Not the water getting inside.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Nothing wrong with the seal. There's no gaps getting in. I mean, when we're testing it, I'm saying leaving the hose with the water running on the area for 24 hours, like constant, and just a high pressure with a pressure washer, just in case it needed more pressure to get in. We've literally tested absolutely everything we possibly can. There's no fault there. There's nothing we can find. There's no water ingress at all. If you wanted to reject the vehicle, that's up to you. I'll have to find out how you're able to do that. But there isn't a fault that we can find after extensive testing. We'll do something to it if we can't, if there isn't a fault.
I know, but how have I?
What else you would like us to do?
Like, after sending them photos as well, they're basically saying I'm lying, and I am actually angry. And I understand where they're coming from. They can't find an issue with the car, but there's obviously an issue.
Hey Jordan, you okay?
Hi there. Yeah, so basically, I don't want to have the back and forth that we had last time with the whole leak and everything. I was hoping that you'd be able to do the overnight test for me, so I've got peace of mind when I come to collect the vehicle.
Do you want to test it again?
Yeah, well, basically,
We tested it all day, like for 24 hours pretty much.
Well, yeah, but I dropped the vehicle off on Friday, and around, I think it was like 9 or 10, and then I got a text around 4 o'clock that they'd done all the testing. So it couldn't have been that long of testing on the car.
Okay, I mean, if you want us to test, we can leave it overnight and test it.
Is that all right? It's just more for peace of mind, because I feel like it was the testing of the windscreen that caused the leak, the water to accumulate last time, if you know what I mean.
Do you want us to test it for 24 hours with water on it?
Please, yeah, if you could do an overnight test and everything's fine with it, I'll come collect it, no problem, yeah.
Okay, I'll ask the word from my manager.
Alright, thank you so much, I do appreciate it.
But I could deal with that. I could deal with issues with the product. I could deal with build quality issues. It's not a problem for me. It can be fixed. What I cannot deal with is how I was treated as a customer. To sum it up for me, this was the most frustrating part about it all. I knew there was a leak. I had shown them sufficient evidence there was a leak. There was videos of the leak. There was pictures of the leak. And they even found water on the inside of the headliner. That's why they replaced the headliner. So there was a leak. There was a leak. But they denied it. They denied there was a leak.
Yeah.
In face of all that evidence, they denied it. But not only that, they basically said I was lying. And they were kind of rude to me on the phone.
Whatever happened then is not happening now.
The reason that hurt for me is because I am the biggest fan of Tesla, the product. So when that company slaps you in the face, it is frustrating to say the least. So it really hurt, but I got over it. I did get over it. The car didn't leak for the next few weeks, and they replaced the headliner as promised. I'm not going to go into the issues of when they did that. It wasn't the best job, let's put it that way. But let me show you this. This is what happened just a few days ago. Again, sorry for my anger at this point. Just bear in mind, I've just been to the service centre to have the headliner replaced, to notice that the airbag was fully exposed after being at the service centre. So roll the tape. This is the tape. This is the morning when I found the car again on the leak that they so profusely denied even exists and basically said I'm a liar.
Right. For Tesla, I swear to God, I can't, I've had enough. Right, there's water coming through. Look at that. Water coming through again. Please deny it this time, for sake. There's a leak. You can see the water. Look, the window's not open. Give me a break. Here we go again. There you go. Literally dripping through. Tesla, you've let me down again. I don't know what to do at this point. My car is so mashed up. Please try and tell me that this right here is a door. The window being open. That's what they said last time. So a drop flew its way over here and just splashed on there and happened multiple times. It's not even, I don't even think it's raining that heavy. That's the weird thing. I don't know what to do at this point. And I'm sorry, I swore a lot. I'll get Neve to beep all that out. I'm beyond annoyed. What am I supposed to do? Like, they've put me in such a position. I wish I'd just returned the car. I wish I'd swapped the car out. I've now got this mashed up car. Went to the service centre a couple of days ago. They returned it like that. It's got a crease on here. And now water is coming back through again. I mean, look at that. This is a headliner that's just been replaced. It's already got a crease on it. And there's water coming through again. Tesla, you have done me wrong. That's how I feel right now. I can't believe I still support this brand. I feel so let down by you, so frustrating at the moment for me. I just want to be a positive Tesla channel, and you're making it basically impossible. Like, if this car had no faults in terms of the build quality, the best car ever. I can't explain that enough. Like, I genuinely believe that. If this had no problems with it, it's my dream car. It's that good. I've just filmed water actually dripping down, and you can see where the water's getting in. You can see it's raining, and you can see it starting to seep in, right? I filmed that. Tesla service centre will deny it. Fact. I know they will. They'll deny it because they can't find the leak. Now, that's not my problem. It's not my problem. Their tests can't find this fucking leak. There's obviously a leak. I'm looking at it right now. They don't see the water come through the window then, because apparently that's what's been happening. They don't see a drop fly through and just land there, because apparently that's what's been happening.
Imagine how loyal I am. Come on, I'm loyal as a dog. For them to say that I'm lying about the leak.
The fact is, whatever happened then is not happening now.
For them to deny it.
Coming in the car.
For me to be pulling my hair out wit's end about this leak. To be told it doesn't bloody exist. To say that I probably left the window open. To find the leak again is just disheartening, frustrating, and I know that was a leak before. I told you so kind of thing, but what does that matter? It's not fixed anymore, so I told you so don't do anything for me. I know how it looks. I know most of you guys watching this video would not have given Tesla a chance up until this point. I know some of this is me to blame because I've given them so many chances. I know most of you guys would have returned the car by now. I know that. So that is actually something I'm considering. But I want to give them one last chance. So there is regulations in the UK that if you was to receive a lemon car and the car company can't fix it adequately after sending it to them, that you have up to 6 months to be able to return the car. Now, it's a very hard thing to enact. The buy protection, but you can get the protection there. So it's something I'm thinking about, but like I say, it's a last chance thing. It's a last option for me, last case option. But let me just state at this point in the video that the Model 3, the Tesla Model 3 that I drive, is the best car I've ever driven. It's the best car I've ever been driven in. I would argue that it's probably one of the best cars in the world. People find that hard to accept after hearing my complaints of the service. To me, they're two separate things. I know they're important that they go both together and they're a part of the package, but I'm saying the Tesla Model 3 is the best car. So I had just logged with the service center the issues. So I had logged that the airbag was exposed. I'd logged that the new headliner they replaced was creased. I'd put that in, and then the leak happened. So I logged that in the app, but then immediately I called Tesla, and this is that call. Hi there, I'm trying to get through to the Tesla service center in Birmingham. Well, basically, I've had quite a long issue. I've got a fairly new Tesla Model 3. After the first few days, I had a leak on the car. There was water getting into the car, and there's a few other problems as well. I had originally they basically rejected that there was anything wrong with the car. They couldn't find fault. I'd just been to the service centre recently. They repaired the headliner because it had water damage to it, but they wouldn't repair they couldn't find a leak, so they wouldn't repair it. Fair enough. Upon arriving back from the service centre, I noticed that the airbags are exposed in the rear seats. The headliner wasn't put back properly. And then unfortunately this morning, the leak has come back, so the new headliner is already wet again.
Yeah. Goodness gracious, I'm so sorry for this. And I got pictures here of water coming in around the mount plate in the front, like the driver's side. Yes, yeah. I mean, it probably is one of those faults that's hard to find. I mean, from what I read on the service visit, they were focusing mainly on the glasses. Yeah. So the windscreen, the fixed glass on the front, the big piece of liftgate glass. Looking at the pictures, it doesn't necessarily look like glass. Okay. I mean, it's hard to tell without actually getting in there and looking. But I mean, it's possible that it's coming in from somewhere else. So it's leaking the whole time. It just takes a while for it to. Yeah, I mean, that was the. Start coming into the car. Right? Yeah. I mean, it could be that's one of those things where it takes the time. Yeah, but I mean, looking at the pictures, it's very obvious you've got some kind of leak. They should be able to pinpoint it a lot easier, being able to see those pictures. I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's at the front roof portion of the car. So I mean, they can at least focus all their efforts on that portion. As far as the headliner not being put in correctly, I've got no excuses for that. That's pretty appalling. Okay. You've done everything you should. I mean, you put in clear modes. You've got the pictures. I mean, it is very apparent you've got some kind of water leak from somewhere. I mean, Birmingham should be able to nail that down and figure out where it's coming from. Of course, I'm so sorry for the bad experience you've had so far. It's definitely not what we're about.
Alright, I do appreciate to hear that. I do a lot.
So I was surprised. I have never received an apology from anyone at Tesla, and I've never heard Tesla accept that there was any issues from the service centers. So I was surprised. Now, bear in mind, I've only ever dealt with people from Birmingham. I've only ever dealt with the people from the Birmingham branch. But I felt like I was speaking to somebody who knew how to do customer service and was maybe a little bit more clued in on what Tesla are supposedly up to at their service centers. So it felt good. It felt nice to have an apology. It felt nice for them to say, hey, this is not acceptable and we do not treat customers like this. That actually felt amazing. And it was this that clinched me to give them one last chance. So one thing I have an issue with companies who don't accept that they have issues with their company, that if you're not accepting that there's an issue, you're basically saying this is the service we provide. So the service we provide is crap. And you don't have an issue because there's something wrong, because there's nothing wrong, if you understand what I'm saying. So the fact that he said this is not normal made me think, hey, that's good. I can promote this to the guys who view these videos. And I hope that could turn into me actually promoting it without having to go with a caveat of going, but the service I've received is rubbish. So anyway, moving on. So I actually spoke to Tesla Service Centre in Birmingham today. I spoke to them today. But just before we jump into that, I want to talk about quickly, is the service that Tesla deliver in the UK actually bad? And I know a lot of you guys who are thinking about buying Teslas see my videos. They see the videos that I'm making and they go, this is putting me off buying a Tesla. And I understand that completely. But am I just unlucky, or is the service as a whole bad in the UK? That's what we're going to find out. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to head over to trustpilot.co.uk and read the reviews of car company service. Not car companies, but the car company service. So the Tesla UK score is 1.9 out of 5. That's what it felt like for me. That is 334 reviews. That's a lot of reviews, giving it basically a 2-star. It's not bad. It's not good. That's not good. Okay, so let's look at Mercedes. So Mercedes, like I said, is a pillar in the car world, and their Trustpilot review for the service is 1.9. So actually, it's the same as Tesla. So that's Mercedes. 1.9, and that's from 774 reviews. Okay, so let's go to the next biggest leading German automaker, someone we'd call a trustworthy brand, BMW. BMW's score, 1.6. So, I mean, look, for me, this shows that I am being unlucky. I'm just unlucky with the service I'm getting from Tesla. So, if anyone out there is worried about buying a Tesla and going, the service is rubbish, don't use me as an example. You've got to remember, I'm the 1% with a loud mouth that's getting bad service, or whatever the percentage is. And it's unfortunate that I'm trying to create pro-Tesla videos. But that's just the way it is for me. Go over to the other channels and see their service. And don't just search for Tesla service, because usually if you're searching for Tesla service, it's probably somebody with a bad opinion of it. It's hard to gauge an opinion of something that's negative because people voice negative opinions. Ford, 1.7. Vauxhall, 1.4. So we're really getting low. 1.4 out of 5. This is out of 5, guys. 1.4. That's 104 reviews. Trusty old Skoda, 103 reviews, puts it at 2. So Skoda's got the best review for their service. People who are likely to review car companies' services are usually people who have an issue with their car and have been to the service centre and probably have a bad and negative opinion of the service centres. There was a service from that car company. That's why all these car companies are low. I don't believe that everybody, if you could actually take everybody who would have a Mercedes or BMW service, would say that, yeah, this is a 2-star. It'd probably come out between 4 and 5 in terms of being satisfied. And I take the same for Tesla. 100 people out of the service center, you took the average and asked them at the door of the service center, you're probably talking around a 4 out of 5. The 1.9 that Tesla have on trustpilot.co.uk from 300 something people reviewed is a good indicator that Tesla is at the industry average, if not a little bit above. It's above a few of those car companies. After looking at the data, that doesn't speak for the service I received. I received a bad service. Also, I've just read through some of the car companies. I won't bore you with reading the reviews of these car companies, but specific like reviews of what people said. And it's some very similar problems. Leaks into the cars, misaligned panels, headliner not put back after the trim not put back after having headliner replaced. Like literally these same problems on these car companies, on these major BMW, Mercedes, Skoda, all these car companies. And that's because cars get issues with them. And I don't think Tesla's any worse. They could be better though. Tesla needs to be a leader in these fields. They don't just need to be average, they need to be a leader. Personally, if I was you and you're thinking about buying a car, I would just look at the Trustpilot reviews and go, okay, it's average. It happens with nice cars. The service is bad, unfortunately. Unless maybe you're getting a Lambo or something like that, or Bugatti. Maybe they are all 5-star. That's what I'd expect from Bugatti, to be fair. But anyway, for me, I cannot let them off the hook. Just because they're industry average, I cannot let them off the hook because they have done me wrong. So, what do I want from Tesla from this last chance? I'll tell you exactly what I want. Firstly, I want an apology from the service centre in Birmingham. An actual sorry. I have been made to feel like a liar. I have wasted a lot of time driving down to Birmingham and arguing with them and stuff. For the average Joe, if you'd have just bought your dream car, spent 40 odd grand on it, and this is what had happened to you, what's happened to me happened to you, it's not fun. It's not amusing. It's not interesting in the slightest. It's actually will make you want to rip your hair out, and it'd probably really affect you mentally if you had to go through this, especially if you'd like saved up for your dream car. This would really mess with your head. It would be a bad thing. So, you know, I need to deal with this. So yeah, an apology, first of all, to say this is not right. So secondly, that would be an acknowledgement that this is not normal for Tesla to do. And that is so I can happily promote them to you guys. I don't want to promote them if they're saying, yeah, this is normal, this is a service we give out. No, I want them to say, this is not normal. I want the leak fixed and assessing. I want to know why there is a leak in the car, and I want it fixed, and I want it assessing. I want the trim putting back so the airbag's not hanging out, and I want the headliner replacing. I want it replaced to a new one. Yeah, that's it, to be honest. I just want to start having fun with the brand. I start want to talking positively about Tesla. I do intend on buying a lot more Teslas, but it depends how this goes. Unfortunately for me, there is not that much more competition out there. There's no competitors out there or equals that I would choose over a Tesla. That's unfortunate for me if this last chance goes wrong. So anyway, this is what I received from Tesla Birmingham this morning. This was this morning. Let me get it up on the phone. So just to say, I was booked in for the service through the app. I'd booked it in myself for July the 6th, and it's June 16th today. So July the 6th. I had a long time to wait. They put, "Hi Jordan, sorry to hear of the issues. The car is booked in for the 6th of July with a loan car. A new headliner has been ordered, and I have ordered another rear bumper." Okay, interesting. "So we can compare colours. We will also carry out extensive water leak testing to determine where the leak is coming through. Thank you. Kindest regards, Tesla Service Centre." Now look, sorry to hear of the issues. Not really a proper apology. New headline has been ordered. That's good. Another bumper. So basically they were going to rectify the last jobs. It's okay. I'm glad they've ordered another bumper. And after speaking to the guy from the States on this, I wasn't too bothered about the bumper. After hearing how they come out the factory, I wasn't that bothered. This is the bit that gets me. We will also carry out extensive water leak testing to determine where the leak is coming through. I don't want to argue with them again. If it turns into we can't find the leak again, I don't care. I'm done. I am done with Tesla. I don't care if you can't find where the leak's coming from. There's a leak. If you can't find it, you got to replace my car or some. There's got to be another. I don't want that car back if it's got a leak. If they don't fix it or they don't find out where it's from or they can't even explain it to me, I don't want it back. So that's the bit that gets me, and that's the bit where I think we're gonna have an issue because their testing before didn't find it. They really tested it before. I don't know what they're going to do differently this time that's going to find a leak, but who knows. So then I thought that was it. I received the phone call, and which was strange, and that doesn't usually happen like that. I received a phone call, and basically it went like a little bit like this. I didn't record it, but it went a little bit like this. It was like, "Jordan, really sorry for everything that's happening. I want to give you my apologies first." Wow. So that was a big deal for me. That's the service centre in Birmingham said they wanted to apologise first. I don't know how. It seems like a tone's changed. I don't know if the information had been passed on from the guy I spoke to on the phone. If they'd said, "Look, you need to sort this guy out because he's had a crap time with Tesla. Like this is just not how we treat our customers. Like you need to sort that out now." I don't know if that's what's happened or if the Birmingham service centre has gone, "Wow, look at this guy, man. He's having a crap time. Let's sort him out." But they phoned me and then they said, "Look, I want to come and collect the car as soon as possible from you." And I was like, "Okay, that's weird. That's never happened. I've always had to drive an hour down to Birmingham and drop the car off and then drive back in the loaner vehicle." So they wanted to collect the car from me, send someone to collect. I was like, "Oh, wow." And they were like, "Yeah, we want to come collect it this Friday. It's Tuesday today." So I was like, "Okay, cool." Like that I said, "Thank you so much. It's really nice that you would suggest doing that." Unfortunately, the car's actually in the body shop getting the door replaced. And they were like, "Okay, which place is it? Blah, blah, blah." And I told them it was at Charade. They know the issues that someone crashed into the side of the car, so it's at Charade. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we worked with Charade before. I'll liaise with them and we'll collect the car from them in Birmingham." I was like, cool. And she said, have you got a loaner vehicle from them? And I was like, no, not really, because it's the insurance company who provided my loaner vehicle. It's a piece of crap, and I've parked it at my house. I don't use it. And also, when Charade have finished the work, the loaner car's got to go back to Enterprise or whoever gave it us. So I won't have a loaner vehicle when the car is finished in the body shop at Charade. So then I was like, okay, that's fine. We'll drop a loaner vehicle off with you. So like, okay, this is... So they want to collect the vehicle for me and drop, so I don't even have to move at this point. So I'm impressed. Like, obviously, they've changed their tone with it. So that's going to happen. They're liaising with Charade now. I don't know when the new loaner vehicle is going to come, and I don't know when they're collecting, because obviously they're doing paint work. Charade is in Birmingham. It's only a few minutes drive from the Tesla Birmingham service centre, so they've looked in there as well. You guys know I'm way too trusting. I give them the benefit of the doubt way too much. But I was like, wow, this is good. Like, they seem to have changed the tone a little bit with this. And I said, have you got do you know about the leak? She's like, yeah, we know about the leak. Send us the video through. So I'm going to do that today. I've got to send the video. She's given me a personal email to send that through. Put the phone down. And then I received this text a little bit later. Good morning, Jordan. Thank you for your time earlier. As discussed, I have contacted Charade, and they are going to advise me when the car is nearing completion, so we can make final arrangements accordingly. If you are able to forward me the video of the water leak, it would be beneficial to our technicians. My email is, please accept my sincere apologies on behalf of myself and the team here. We will make sure that all items are fully resolved so that you can continue to enjoy your Model 3. Kind regards, and then name and Tesla Service Birmingham. And honestly, for me, I was like, it was just this. Please accept my sincere apologies on behalf of myself and the team here. So I don't know if they were working on the car, but for them to say myself, I really appreciate that, like accepting responsibility for it. They probably didn't have any involvement with the fixing and the working of the car. They've said sorry, and they've said this is not acceptable. And the Tesla Birmingham have said sorry to me as well. For me, that's fantastic. I feel great. I've got one of the two of the four things I said. That's where we are, guys. We're here. This is where we are. This is the last chance, and I genuinely mean that. I hope to see you guys on the other side of this. I do hope to see you guys on the other side of this. But who knows? Elon, if you can hear me, please save me from this nightmare. I just want us to be back together, arm in arm, taking on the internal combustion engine world. You know, just us back together again. Please. I don't want to drive a Mach-E Ford, for God's sakes. Please don't do that to me. I don't want to drive one of them things. I just can't do that. I can't drive the Mach-E. Save me. Please. Sorry, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, you've been wonderful. Massive shout out to Michael, Marcel, Andrew, and Lewis. Sorry, Lewis. Yes, thank you, guys. They used a referral code. If you're thinking about using a referral code to buy a Tesla, maybe not after this video, but there we go. We found out that actually my service is just unlucky, and Tesla service is up to standard with industry standard. So if you are thinking about buying a Model 3 or any Tesla, use the link in the description. It gets you 1,000 free supercharger miles. It gets me 1,000 free supercharger miles, and it helps support the channel, and I do appreciate it. I will see you in the next one, and we'll see if just Tesla returns. Who knows? Who bleeding knows? Peace.